sides, milkshakes, and so much more. You'll have to experience Chicken Valley again and again and again. Open 11 a.m. until late, every day of the week. Order delivery via Just Eat, Uber, or Food Hub. Or for collection, call Chicken Valley on 01733 564 053.
Masterminds Tuition Academy is for your high schoolers, your something to provers, your subject strugglers and keen learners, your brave jumpers and fist pumpers. Affordable personalised learning plans are delivered through our centres in schools across Peterborough. But not to worry, we also provide online and home visits with flexible timings, whether it is maths, English, science or 11 plus. Masterminds is a must. Find us on all socials and visit our website mastermindstuitionacademy.com or call us on 07516 166 003. Masterminds, master the matrix.
You're listening to Peterborough's community radio, Salam Radio. Salam Radio. 106.2 FM.
Good evening and welcome to Drive Time. I'm your host, Akil Khalil, and today's show is a special one. We're focusing on a cause that truly matters, a fundraising event for Gaza happening right here in our city on the 20th of February at 6 p.m. The event is organised by Al Hidmat, a charity known for its incredible humanitarian work. And joining me today is Ishfaq Hussain, who will tell us more about this initiative, how we can all get involved and why this cause is so urgent. Ishfaq, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, and wa alaikum salam to the listeners as well.
If you'd like to get involved, if you have any questions for Ishfaq this evening about this event, you can call us on 01733 602 133, or you can text the show on 07411 191062, or comment on the live stream, Facebook, YouTube, X or Twitch. We would love to hear from you. So, Ishfaq, let's start with the basics. Tell us about the situation in Gaza right now and why this fundraiser is so crucial.
Well, Akil, as you know, and listeners will know over the last few shows that we've had together over the last few months, there's been an ongoing crisis in Gaza because of what's been happening since October, nearly 14, 15 months ago. The place has been demolished beyond recognition. It's hard to even fathom or put into words, what the images show. So people know a lot nowadays from social media, from what they're seeing in the news. So they don't need me to tell them, what's happened in Gaza. Now, the issue is locally, or should I say, in recent weeks, we've heard about stories about Trump saying he wants to take over and build a Riviera, which we had our own opinions on, and many other people have as well. The thing is, we all want to do something. We all want to help the people in Palestine. We all want to help people that are struggling, and especially those in Gaza and Palestine. How can we do that? Many of us can't go over. Many of us want to be active. Many of us want to, take an active role, but we can't for many other reasons, constraints, whatever it may be. So what can we do? We have to put a share in. Okay, so you have an option where you have people like Trump saying we're going to build a Riviera and take it over, or we, as as Brits, as Muslims, as part of humanity, say no. Well, actually, we know that's wrong. Let's do the right thing. Let's help them rebuild. And how can we do that? By supporting them, by putting a hand on their shoulder and saying, look, we're here to help you, we're here to back you up, we're here to support you to rebuild. The amount of times that there's been devastation there, the amount of, we spoke about how resilient the Palestinians are. There will be nothing there, there is nothing there, but they will stay, they will keep it as their home. And what we can do is help them rebuild. So that's what this is. This charity is in the name of rebuilding Gaza. And I'll go through the figures with you and the stats and everything else in a bit. But yeah, it's to get involved, to give everyone the opportunity to say, look, come and take your, put your his sign, as we say, yeah? Put your share in. Yeah. And I've heard so many Islamic stories and hadiths, and you know what, it always makes me realise that although we're not always given opportunities to put money forward towards something or put a share into something. This is one of those opportunities that we're graced with. So we should take advantage of it. And coming to the event, sponsoring the event, or even donating. You don't have to come if you don't want to, but if you want to come to the event, obviously there's tickets still available. There will be food, and there's some brilliant speakers.
Yes, there are, and you're absolutely right. I'm just want to add to that what you said. Our faith teaching us, doesn't it? In situations like this, and of course other. In history and what's happening around the world, that the Muslim community, we're obliged by Islam to help, aren't we? It's part of our deen to help people. And just thinking about what you just said there, many people have seen heartbreaking images on the news, but often feel helpless, don't they? And this is a great opportunity, and it's the right word, opportunity for people here in Peterborough to get involved and help make a difference in the lives of these people who have lost absolutely everything. And I know Al Hidmat is going to be working on the ground, and you're here as with Al Ghosh, that's right, which is a partner to this charity, right?
That's right. So there's 3 charities involved in this who have partnered up. So there's Al Ghosh, Al Hidmat, and the other one is one that trains doctors. Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to get the name up for you as well, so that you can. It's not working at the moment.
It's okay. So it's just
PalMed Academy, so basically, to give you an idea, what these guys are doing is, if everything's flattened at the moment, medics are being targeted, healthcare infrastructure has been targeted, so there is no real physical help apart from on the field medical aid, if they receive it, if they're lucky enough to receive it. So the idea with these charities is, what is the primary need at the moment to help the people of Gaza, to help the people of Palestine? One of those things to help them re-establish is to make sure that there's doctors on the ground within Gaza. But it's not just sending doctors over from the UK, it's about the doctors that they've had there. So they've got so many medical students that weren't able to complete their studies because the university's been blown up, or the hospital they were teaching at or training or learning at has been blown up. So the idea is, they've partnered up. About 300 students have been sent to Pakistan.
Okay. There's
other students that have been paid and sponsored to go to other countries as well, to help them facilitate finishing their degrees. They might be in the last year of a medical degree, but they've got nowhere to finish it. So this is to help them qualify to then get back into Palestine to help the people. So that's the first part. The other part is obviously the hospitals and the helping to rebuild them. So there's a medical centre that they're building in Khan Yunis, which you can sponsor towards one floor, one ward, one bed. So there's different levels of sponsorship or payment you can do, and that is to help these people not only with, again, medical needs, but also mental health. People have been tortured there, and kids, the impact of seeing family members, either dismembered, killed, or lost under the rubble.
It's really unimaginable for us, isn't
it? Look, if put it this way to you, if a dog woofs towards our child, our instinct is to run and protect our child. Yeah. That's how we are. If something happened to one of our children, we would, feel it in unmeasurable amounts of pain.
Yeah.
So for these parents to be seeing that and witnessing that, or the children to be seeing that, it's very difficult. So as Muslims, or for me as a Muslim, I would say, look, as I said earlier, we're given this opportunity to support these people, and the best thing for me is, look, we don't know our deeds, and for me as a Muslim, and this I always look onto it, is in our akhirat, when we go on Judgment Day, and we may think, hold on, well, what level do I sit on? Where am I? Maybe my bad deeds or misdemeanors outweigh the good deeds. But then, for all you know, you're given a gift of all these good deeds that you didn't know about, bulk of them, sadaqah, du'as, or even the charity that you've given, and whether it's even charity for people who have passed away, it'll be, that's our gift. So although we're giving this money to these people, there's two positives from it. One is for our own goodness, and secondly to help these people.
Yeah, and just taking into account what you just said there as well. So it's we're looking at medical aid, obviously helping the infrastructure of Palestine by upskilling and the doctors and finishing the degrees, and there's also food and rebuilding efforts all combined into this,
There's
isn't it?
also a kitchen where they are providing 2,500 meals
A day?
a day.
Okay.
An active kitchen.
Okay.
So that is something that is sponsored through these charities.
Wonderful. And looking at the event itself, I can see that you have Lauren Booth, journalist and author, as the keynote speaker.
Yeah.
And then you have Dr. Adil Riaz, who's the chairman of Aghosh. He'll be there as well.
That's right.
And of course, the two very well-known white Muslims.
Yeah.
Are they hosting this event?
They will be there as well to give their opinion, and hopefully they will host it.
Okay, and then you got Dr. Magdi as well, and everyone's gonna. I mean, of course, you're going to be there as well, and there's going to be plenty of people from Peterborough who are going to be attending this event. The objective here, of course, is to invite as many people as possible. Family, and I've read through the poster. It's a family event. So, what can people expect?
It's basically, I mean, because it's a limited space, we've got something like 300, 350 capacity.
Okay.
It's kind of limited.
Okay.
So there will be food, but at the same time, we've got some wonderful speakers. There's been some really successful events in Nottingham, Manchester, Leeds, London.
All part of this rebuild
all
Gaza.
This.
Okay.
The last time we did this last year in Peterborough, we managed to raise £40,000.
Mashallah, that's amazing.
In one night.
Yeah.
But then what people can do is, look, going forward, Ramzan Sharif's coming up, so you can pledge your zakat and then give it in Ramzan Sharif.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you're looking for a place, people want to give it at the moment because it's so current. People do want to give it in Gaza.
Yeah.
This is one of those opportunities, and you can choose. You can say, look, we want to do food parcels, we want to do pay towards the kitchen, or pay towards a doctor, or pay towards a ward or a bed, or supporting orphans, tents. So that at the moment they're also putting tents up, a tent village up,
and which is completely understandable, because once the ceasefire kicked in and we could see the utter devastation that people were facing as they walked back in. I mean, it looked like something from a movie set, to be quite frank with you, but this is the reality for these people. And whether you attend this event or not, there are opportunities for you to donate to this by going to www.aghoshuk.org, where you can donate. And if you want to contact them, you can at info@aghoshuk.org. But this is a great opportunity. I think whether you're a Muslim or not, it doesn't matter. This is a humanitarian situation that requires support.
Yeah.
Which includes, not just attending this event, but also, sharing this with your family and friends. And there's so many people. I know this myself from some of the work that I do. They are looking for opportunities to help, but they just don't know how. And so tomorrow's event is going to be a great opportunity to listen to people like Lauren Booth and others, Dr. Adil Riaz and others, to talk about their experiences, first-hand information, and also about how far your donation is going to go, and the material impact it's going to have in Gaza, not just today, not just tomorrow, but in the future ahead. Because as Ishfaq's been saying, the entire infrastructure, not just buildings, but healthcare, food, resources, everything has been wiped out, and they need our support. And crucially, as we are heading towards the holy month of Ramadan, this is a great opportunity for you to get involved in this, isn't it? I mean, what a way to start Ramadan.
It's the best way, but there's 3-4 basic needs, right? The first one is food and water.
Yeah.
So that is something that this charity is helping the people of Palestine, Gaza with, where it's most needed. The other one is shelter. So they're providing, tents, beds. So that's the second thing. The other one is medical care. That's something else they're supporting, helping to rebuild, with the doctors and the rebuilding of the medical centre. And the fourth is mental health, so
which is often quite forgotten, isn't it?
And you'll also, there's another tranche of it, which is orphans. there's so many orphans in Palestine at the moment that need support, that need help. So that's why I've sort of, helped these guys last time, and that's why I know the people that are involved and organised, and I trust them. And that's the other thing when it comes to money, especially during Ramzan Sharif. There's a lot of people that ask for money, and people are a bit wary about where it's going. They're not sure if it's going to get where it needs to get to. But you're giving it with your iman and your intention and your need, and the guarantee is from the people that come in, they're going to show you what they did with the money last year and where it was spent. And the thing is, last year when we raised the 40,000, the need was pressing, but it wasn't as pressing as it is now. Things are a lot worse now than they were a year ago. So
look, of course, I think taking that all into account, Ishfaq, fundraising is important, but so is awareness. Do you feel events like this help shift public opinion or public understanding of what's happening in Gaza?
Well, if there's people, I think everyone at the moment who would want to know about Gaza understands about Gaza. But there is, and we've discussed this before on other shows, where, sometimes a narrative that you see on social media from certain political groups is almost biased or one way. So you can't be defensive and you can't be argumentative. What you can be is informative.
Absolutely.
So, because you're not going to win these people, you can't, my elders used to say, you can't win an argument with an idiot. Okay? So the best thing to do is inform people, advise people, show them the facts. Then it's up to them. All right? So there's plenty of facts for people to see what's right and what's wrong. And Gaza is one of those things in the world at the moment where you see the hypocrisy in the world, where you see the double standards in the world, where you see the double standards in politics, where you see one set of rules for one group and one set of rules for the other. And that's what riles people up the most. If everyone, and I'm talking about Israelis, Christians, Muslims, non-believers, believers, if everyone was treated in the same level, the world would be a better place and we wouldn't have these issues. But at the moment, even in this country, I see people that only see what they see on a certain news channel, and they will take that as being gospel.
Yes, unfortunately, we are living in that time, aren't we, where people are doing this, and even more reason why we must side with the truth, and also do our best to help support organisations that are trying to help make a tangible difference in the life of these people.
It's about, like your question was, it's about educating people, advising people, but at the same time, this is a perfect opportunity for any listeners who are not sure about what's going on in Gaza, what's happened. There's doctors that have seen stuff firsthand. Okay,
yeah.
So this isn't a news channel thousands of miles away reporting something in a way they're sort of told to report. This is people that have been on the ground that will tell you what they've witnessed and how horrific things are and what is needed. And it takes a certain kind of stomach to be able to have the strength.
This is true.
To be able to deal with that impact and come back and tell people, look, we are going to do this. We are going to make a difference. We are going to invest our time, money, energy, effort into this, and it's something that's one of the reasons why I've signed up to it. I'm very impassioned about what's happening in Palestine, and I want to make a difference. And there's so many people over the last couple of years that have been vocal on this issue and spoken up about it, but they've this is your opportunity to do something. Let's stop talking about it, let's start doing something, and that's what this event is giving you the opportunity to do.
Thank you for that. More power to you, Ishfaq. We've just had a message coming in from Muhammad Ikram. Assalamu alaikum. He says, Assalamu alaikum, and I'm saying welcome salam to you, Akil and Ishfaq. By great show, mashallah. I would like to be part of it, but I'm out of the city. I would like to say a big thank you to our team who are working so hard to make this event very successful. I am sure the community of Peterborough will come out tomorrow to support this event tomorrow. For tickets and sponsors, please contact any member of the organisation team, Jazakallah. And those people include Ishfaq Hussain, Muhammad Ikram, Malik Muhammad Yusuf, Malaika Sultan, Muhammad Rangzeb, and Atiq Rahman. So there's quite a few, isn't there?
There's
but mashallah, very good. Yeah, there's different avenues to contact the team to get involved. And of course, you can go onto the website www.agoshuk.org to find more details about how you can donate to this event as well. We've got the Maghrib Azam coming up. Once that's complete, inshallah, we'll come back for the rest of the show itself. But do stay tuned. You're listening to a special edition of Drive Time live here on Salam Radio 106.2 FM. And we're covering the Rebuild Gaza event taking place tomorrow in the city, 20th of February, 6 p.m. at the Railway Club.
You're listening to Salam Radio, and it's now time for Maghrib Azan.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت محمدا الوسيلة والفضيلة وابعثه مقاما محمودا الذي وعدته اللهم آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار اللهم بك نحيا وبك نموت وإليك المصير رضينا بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا وبمحمد صلى الله عليه وسلم نبيا ورسولا
اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم.
Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to Drive Time. I'm here in the studio with Ishfaq Hussain and we are discussing the Rebuild Gaza event due to take place here in the city tomorrow. You can still get involved in the show. You can call me on 01733 602 133 or text the show on Portable 191062. I would love to hear from you, and especially if you're going to be attending the event as well. Ishfaq, I'm conscious of time. Let's go through the details for anyone who's just tuned into the show. So the event is taking place at the Railway Club here in Peterborough. It's
Parkway is now rebranded as a Parkway, which is at the end of the Brotherhood Retail Park, past B&Q, after the car wash, turn left.
Okay.
Starts at 6 o'clock.
Starts at 6 o'clock, and I'm just looking at the agenda. So you have speeches, fundraising, and a dinner.
Yep.
Okay, and obviously it starts at 6 o'clock. Ticketed event, family event. Tickets are £10 per person. You can contact any of the people: Ishfaq, Muhammad Ikram, Malik Muhammad Yusuf, Malaika Sultan, Muhammad Rangzeb, or Atiq Rahman for tickets, and of course they'll be available on the day as well, won't they?
Yeah, or you can go onto the Islam Radio website where you're going to put the poster back up again.
Yes, so it'll be all our social media.
It's got a QR code on there, so you can scan the QR code and book yourself a ticket online. Or
Perfect.
you can also make donations online as well.
Excellent. So there you have it. So on the poster, which we will be sharing on Salam Radio social media again, you'll be able to scan and book your ticket. And of course, we'll be there.
Yep.
Salam
inshallah.
Radio, the team inshallah will be there as well. Of course, want to take part in this and learn. I think this is a really great opportunity to learn from people like Lauren Booth and Dr. Adil Riaz and Dr. Magdi about what's actually taking place in Gaza, what type of support is required, how far your donations are going to go. This is a great opportunity, especially as we head towards Ramadan, to get involved and help make a difference, a real difference into the lives of these people who desperately need our support. This is that opportunity, and yeah, everybody's looking for an opportunity to do something good. It's arrived.
Well, alhamdulillah, we don't, these are all blessings from Allah. And we are given this opportunity in our city, so it's up to people if they want to take advantage of it. I can swear by these guys and say that I trust everything they do, and they've done a brilliant job so far. But let's help them rebuild Gaza. And if you want to put your share into that, then please get involved or come down tomorrow to the event, or contact us if you want to make a donation, whether that's your sadaqah, zakat, and let's get involved.
Absolutely. Ishfaq, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show. Before we wrap up, do you have a final message to leave with the listeners? If there is, what would it be?
Let's rebuild Gaza.
Great message that is, of course. And that's
Stay
a wrap
tuned to Salam Radio
for
after
Drive Time.
this short ad break.
Craving authentic Desi flavors? Look no further than Desi Restaurant. From midday until 1 in the morning, enjoy our homemade specialties that will transport your taste buds. Indulge in tantalizing papri chaat and save